everybody. This is Now Entering Clatfartburg, a comedy world-building podcast where I, Elaine,
and me, Felicia. You take a month off podcasting, you forget how to podcast, guys.
It's Felicia and I are good friends, and we've known each other for many years because we had a previous podcast called Wonka Watch. So you would think we would know how to interact with each other and socialize, but I feel like I'm meeting you for the first time.
I do, weirdly, which is odd. 2.5 years.
It's like we were married at one point, separated,
we
had our
were
kids.
Seeing other people.
We were seeing other people, had our kids, like that life closed, and now we're reuniting, and we're like, yes, we haven't. It's just been a month break though, and we still
truly only been a month.
It's not like,
and we've talked multiple times since, so I don't know what's happening to us. But yeah, welcome to our podcast. Welcome to Clatfartburg. It's the most place on earth, and we're here to discover it together.
You're probably thinking, what is a world building podcast? Is this like a D&D thing? Is this you guys are scripting it out? It is something so much sillier than that. It is just us creating a world together, and along the way, you will have input. We haven't figured out the exact format, but this is kind of a group project we all get to do where we are creating this town that is bigger than life in some ways. And Felicia and I we will occasionally prepare some things, but for the most part, we're gonna have like a topic and we're just gonna go. Because we, in our other podcast, Wonka Watch, realized that our favorite episodes, which if you don't even know what's going on there, the long story short is that Wonka movie with Timothée Chalamet was coming out, and Felicia learned about it like really early on and then convinced me to join her on this podcast journey, which was a hoot and a half, but we lost our minds because we actually didn't care about Wonka, but then accidentally ended up really in depth in it. So some of the episodes were just like, what would our childhood crushes do if they went through the factory? And let's put everyone through the Hunger Games. So things that, I don't know, you might not think would directly be on a Willy Wonka podcast. This is also the last time I will probably ever say Willy Wonka because
it pains me every time you say the words.
I honestly feel dead inside as I continue to say it. But that other podcast, no. We had a lovely time with it, but we found that our favorite episodes were the ones where we were just silly, making up the stupidest shit. And something we infamously have always said is that there's an episode on that podcast where we created our own reality TV show. And we had nothing planned. We just knew we were making one.
It has always been our favorite episode. And it was episode, I think, 25 or 24. We did 115. None of them unseated it. Not even the finale. So it was, we knew that was the direction we had to take it. So we're here to make the world of Clatfartburg. So we knew this was the direction we wanted to take the podcast. So we spent a long time together trying to come up with a name for it. And we do want to give you guys the origin of the name because we do feel like it is relevant. We looked up Weird Words website and we got to the letter C, and Elaine said the word clatfart, which is, I believe, British slang for like stupid gossip. Mm-hmm. And we put a burg on that. And then we got so excited that we jumped around and did a little dance for, I think, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Which is, we know it's a dumb name. I just would like to clarify that from the beginning of this. And we know it's bold to.
We know it actively hurts the mouth to say.
Yes. Now,
but after a while, you get used to it. So
you do.
The format of Clatfartburg, every week, we're going to be tackling something new in the town of Clatfartburg. And today, we're going to be talking about the annual Crispy Fest. Clatfartburg's annual Crispy Fest. Mm-hmm. That is some sort of festival that celebrates Crispy the talking bass.
Yeah.
That's our topic for today because we thought, look, this will give us a nice overview of the town. It'll be a tone setter for the rest of the show. And the great thing is what we do today will not be thrown out again next week. Oh, no. Because I can't be normal about anything. So I made a database that we will be able to enter in locations and characters every week. The important locations and characters from each week will be entered in this database. And when we hit a stopping point, when we realize we're in a routine, we need something to break us out of it, we can run the Great Clatfartburg Randomizer and pull someone back from the ether to really throw a wrench in our plans.
You created our own machine.
Essentially, because we wanted something that would force things to get fucked up, you know?
Yes.
In a way that was out of our hands. Like something bigger than us. We are not the gods of this world. Is the machine that we don't want to get into the deep lore today. It will develop over time, trust.
No worries.
No worries, that'll be fine. Now, you may be asking yourself, who the fuck is Crispy the Talking Bass? Well, he's a relic from our old podcast, Wonka Watch. Trust, there was no context for him there, so you do not need it here. He's just a bass.
He's just like all those other basses, you know? He's just a regular bass, talks, sometimes on a plaque.
And he doesn't sing. Crucially, he doesn't sing.
No.
The most thing he seems to do a kind of thing that's more of a magic 8-ball. He's mostly a magic 8-ball, but a talking bass.
So I'm starting off really tame. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I introduce to you Crispy, the talking bass. So,
wow. Wow. Okay. We go from the realism of the nougat dealer to the pure whimsy of Crispy the talking bass.
No, here you go. So Crispy the talking bass is one of those wall-mounted basses that you press the button and it'll talk. And normally those will sing for a bit. They have certain catchphrases, but Crispy the talking bass is a little different. So Wonka found him in a dumpster behind a Tuesday morning. What a shock. Behind a Tuesday morning.
Is that a place?
Oh yeah, it's like a how would I describe it?
I thought we were in like such pure whimsy that he was finding it behind the concept of a Tuesday morning.
And I do want it to be known, it does say Crispy on the plaque. He did not come up with the name Crispy. Now, granted, that is the gentleman who created Crispy the Bass. He makes these in his garage, and he goes to farmers markets usually. And most likely, someone bought this thing, realized it was worse than all the other ones. It didn't sing, and it just said stupid shit. And then they threw it away while they were at Tuesday morning, because that's the best dumpster in town, as we all know.
I love Crispy the Talking Bass. I'm fucking obsessed with Crispy the Talking Bass. Thank you so much for bringing Crispy to the table.
Thank you. I just love that was the only one I pre-thought of.
I don't know how he's relevant to the town, but we realized having the mascot of Crispy felt so right.
We just really liked him.
And also I needed a spot to fill on the billboard of the cover art, so he's on there. We needed a mascot, okay? Because what the fuck was our profile photo going to be? So, because you can't fit Clatfartburg in a circle. You cannot fit the title in a circle.
And we're not just about to have fart be the
Exactly.
The main thing.
We can't go hardcore on the fart branding.
The fart's got to be subtle.
It's got to be
like
subtle,
you're in class.
A subtlety.
And no one needs to know.
Exactly. So that's why Crispy's here. He's from a pure practical perspective. Mainly, he came out of a professional necessity. But now we have to work him into the world. And just aesthetically, he makes sense to us. Yes, of course, Crispy the Talking Bass is deeply important to Clatfartburg. Now you may ask, how is he important? We don't know that yet. And we may or may not figure that out today. Is he real in this universe? I don't know. I don't know. Either.
But I love him. I love him to death.
I love Crispy so much.
So I'm glad that he gets to be here and that we get to celebrate him today.
We have been tasked with coming up with some vendors we think will be at the Crispy Fest, and then also some just general events to happen at the Crispy Fest. But other than that, it's all free for all.
I think my first question here, because it'll be really helpful, is this happening in like the town square? If Clatfartburg really has a big one, or is this out in a field? Is this like
I was
state fair
field.
vibe?
I was thinking field.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
There's something I'm picturing a field. There's something very thrown together about this to me.
Yeah,
this is not like
pop-up tents.
Yeah, this is not local businesses putting a table outside. It is like everything is. If a wind were to hit, it would be disastrous to this event.
Yeah. Okay. I can totally see
That's the kind of energy I'm thinking.
Gotcha. Oh, I love that. Okay. Cool. So we're in a field, and I'm thinking. I just sometimes if I have the visual, it helps me really, figure out like
of course,
how many
it's
people
important
we would
to
have
define.
Here and stuff. So I imagine like I'm thinking of like classic state fairs and like 4th of July things where there's like that one big row where you're like popping all the vendors. There's like food truck section, and then there's usually some weird games. So I imagine there might be some games here too.
Yeah.
Probably not any like I imagine big amusement park like the rotating traveling ones. They're not. That's not Clatfartburg style. They don't have
not
the
Clatfartburg
funds.
scene.
But also, I don't think that you would.
But I also feel like Clatfartburg probably does have a theme park somewhere in it, mostly because I think we'll have fun with making one of those one day.
Yes.
So they don't need it. Why would they? They're going to go to the cool theme park that will one day be created by us.
Yes. Oh boy.
So yeah, I also think I was kind of enamored at having like a little contest at this event.
Yes.
So I had thought of, prior to this, I was thinking about having something called the Crispy Competition.
Okay.
So the Crispy Competition, I was thinking the contestants have to lip sync to ocean/water themed songs for a bit. And then maybe just, in the talking bass tradition. That's more the singing bass tradition. And I was also thinking maybe they have to like try and predict an event from the future. But I was like, how the fuck would that be judged? So I scrapped that idea. But like maybe just with like the gravitas with which they say it is how they're judged.
Yeah. What if, sorry, that just reminded me. Yeah. What if there's like a wishing tree, but it's a prediction tree? And so you put down what you think you want to happen or think will happen, and you put it on the tree. And then the next year, like they have the old ones and you pick up what you thought.
Ooh,
but
that
they forget
sounds genuinely fun.
That could be fun. But like, what if they forget to label it properly, or like something? I feel like something could go horribly wrong with that kind of thing. Because what if there's someone who predicted every tragedy that happened that year, and they'll know your name because they had to save it for you, and so someone's just holding this deep dark secret where they're like, something's not right with Becky. Like,
yeah, and it's not.
How
like,
did Becky know about?
Maybe this is a problem this year that the things from the Crispy. I like everything to have alliteration at this festival. I had this idea that they enforce that everything must start with a C at this festival.
Oh yeah,
that everything must. So the Crispy. Oh, I've got something. It's up there.
The crispy. He's also a bass. Could we give them a B as well? C's or B's?
I looked up prediction synonyms. The Crispy Conjecture Tree. Crispy's Conjecture Tree.
These 5-year-olds are going, can I go to the Crispy Twee? It's like,
we do not have to stick by the alliteration, because that's going to be a lot of me looking up on the thesaurus this episode, which I don't think is great content. Crispy's Conjecture Tree is bad as a title.
I do love it. I like that you've said it 2 times now, and I don't think it's stuck for me. Crispy's Conjecture Tree. Crispy's
Conjecture Tree. It sounds like I'm building a car.
I don't remember it as Crispy's Tree. Wait, fish can't... What's the one fish can't swim, fish can't climb? What's that idiom? It's like,
I have no clue what the hell you're talking about.
You can't be mad at a fish if it doesn't know how to walk, because fish were meant to be in water, or whatever that fucking shit is. And they
really rolls off the tongue.
Someone, whatever that shit is. This is written on a poster by the tree, which is not a real tree, by the way. I would like to clarify, this is not a real tree.
What do you think the tree is made of? I want to know what you think the tree is made of.
I would love to think that they've repurposed something from the high school theater
I feel like
program.
most of these episodes is going to be turning into an interrogation of each other of what the fuck do you think this is?
What the fuck do you think this tree is? After you've said Crispy Conjecture.
We don't need the conjecture tree. I'm sorry, it was a bad
Crispy
bit. We're putting conjecture tree away.
We need a tree. Cedar. I don't know.
Crispy cedar conjecture tree.
Sounds like a horrible fish operation.
The conjecture.
Anyway, the tree, be it real or not, from a high school production, or this tiny little tree where everyone goes and this tree that's actually kind of died a few times because they keep tying these items to the tree and it's not ready to handle it yet. Or Emerald Ash Borer got it. I don't know, something tragic. Anyway, I like the idea that, there's this one sentimental, cute thing that could happen, but unfortunately, whoever's working that table knows that somebody has weirdly predicted all bad things, and it's like, did you predict them, or did you make a to-do list?
It's that, or like people are wishing for things they want to happen, and last year's things, they get given to the wrong people. Oh. And you learn this person wished for like somebody else's marriage to break up. Like, it was a fucking mess. Like, there's a lot of ways this could go, you know?
Oh, this is good. So
I like this. I like Crispy's, I'm trying to come up with more syllables to make it longer and worse every time.
Crispy's creepy conjecture conundrum.
Conjecture conundrum cedar tree.
Someone is screaming at us right now, like, the obvious tree with a K is this, and I'm like, I don't know.
Tree names.
I was about to be like Coke, like a joke with oak.
Crispy's cypress. Coke. Crispy's chestnut. Chestnut. Is chestnut something?
Welcome to English speakers panicking about the use of C and how it's both a S and a K. What do we do in a chat?
None.
Oh, well.
Gotta
Unfortunately, we are damned to Crispy's conjecture conundrum.
Crispy's conjecture coconut tree. That's awful. It's not that.
Well, no wonder the plant dies. They're not ready for a coconut
We'll get there
tree.
by the end of the episode. I believe in us.
It'll work out. Okay, anyway, so that's the tree.
I like that over the competition. Competition's gone. I like the tree. I think the tree is here to stay.
Okay.
Because we don't need to keep everything. That's part of the thing. We're negotiating.
That's so true.
We're coming to a deal table.
We're negotiating.
We're negotiating control over this.
Whoa. I would love the contest to come back later, though, because I feel like Clatfartburg. I feel like Clatfartburg can be petty as fuck. I get that vibe from them, so I also really want that to come back.
And I like this now with the tree. I also thought about a wood carving competition of making carved Crispies.
Oh, that's so good.
Carved Crispies.
Carved Crispies. I love it. So and just to provide the ambience again, woodworking competition, I imagine they all have to do it kind of same day. Like we're watching people do it. Like they're off in their own little corner, working that wood.
And there's a big legend that like nobody ever gets injured in the wood carving competition.
Nobody ever gets injured.
Yeah, and is it just because I don't know what I was going to say there. I'm just going to let that not be.
They have. Sentence. How about this is, and we don't know what year this is for this festival, but I imagine we're pretty high up there. They've never had an accident at the Crispy Festival, so why would there be?
Elaine, I just looked up names for trees.
Shut up. What'd you find?
Crispy the talking basswood. And this year, they started to get really excited about the talking portion of the name and thought they should make it real, so they made something read out. Maybe. We'll nail down the name of this tree later. It's not important right now.
I am so blown away.
Crispy the talking basswood does feel very good. And that could also be the name of the competition.
So I was like, that's where we're going. I'm like, Crispy the talking bass. What would Crispy the talking bass do? They're not clever at Clatfartburg.
We need to move on from the name of this tree. And I know I got us back there, so I apologize for that.
Okay, so woodworkers are doing their thing. They've never had an incident at all. And then we have this tree where people are making these predictions and they're going through last year's and they're like, some fucked up shit. Some people have this is interesting. So we got two elements going on there. And then we have our line of vendors and the different tents and stuff, whatever. So a casual person strolling along. What's one of the first vendors they might see, Felicia?
I'm thinking about a plumbing company.
Ooh.
I'm thinking about, and this was inspired by going to a lot of these types of fairs, that they would have. And you would always have a company that's trying to make their business into a game so hard.
Oh.
And it's not working. And I'm realizing a mistake I made because I'm realizing this is similar to the topic of our last podcast, which will not be named.
That's
I'm a little unfortunate about that. I pictured them setting up a big tube maze out of big tubes. Okay? And now some of you a pipe maze and not a tube, a pipe.
It's a pipe.
All right?
Because it's metal. They
I'm going to have to come up with a new problem for what goes wrong at this vendor. Because I said they ordered the wrong size. And I realized that puts us in dangerous territory. Again, with the old podcast topic that shall not be named.
Yes.
So we'll figure out the issue there. But I don't know, just a big pipe maze. I'm trying to think what their reward would be at the end.
Yeah, what if it's it's too intricate and children are getting lost in the pipes?
Yeah.
And they're starting, there's a drone view also. So people are having fun drone view, but
it looks really short. But for some reason, the guy who made it decided this was going to be his thing. So he dug underground beforehand, and it goes for 800 feet in these concentric circles. And you have all these kids who are fucking terrified down there. And then there's some that are holding the court. And there's nothing scarier than when you're a 6-year-old and you meet a slightly older child who has claimed it as their territory. That's terrifying.
Yeah. No,
there's I live in the dark,
Yeah, because someone's going to be like, I'm never coming out. And then the parents are like, okay, I need Tony to come back. And they're like, well, it looks pretty clogged in there and we don't know how to get those kids out. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that's the way too intricate maze that looks deceptively simple,
Which I like that they had to go underground because that means they've been prepping for months. I would imagine.
Yeah.
And they probably illegally did that because I don't.
100%.
And so this plumbing company is illegally digging into the ground to create pipes to put children into the ground. So they're trying to fix their reputation, I imagine. Maybe this isn't a great plumbing company. How many plumbing companies could there really be? Also, I guess
Probably
this is
8.
very interesting. Probably 8. That sounds fair. I really like that visual. I like the idea too. Maybe the pipes on the top are clear, so you can see everybody for the most part. But then when you go down, or maybe there's like little like submarine hole windows.
I was thinking about the little groundhog.
Little groundhog thing. So you can like still pop up. So it's not like a true terror nightmare. But when you do go underground, you're like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
And all the adults are like, why are you setting them in with headlamps? What is this?
Yeah. And it's so
like,
weird
well, that's what it's like being a plumber. The sewer adventure.
Instead of like a slip and slide, there's a section underground where they actually get to leave the tube, and they're like, oh, thank God. But they're like in this weird cave they've created, or like it's like not a cave, but like this like underground like area. Anyway, I just like the idea that there's something they have to do that's like do the work for us. They're like here's your cheese, rat. Now you can go through the maze again. But yeah, no, I like this idea of this. And what this means too is this isn't going to be removed. I imagine the pipes will be here for years to come.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That's fun. Good for them. Good for the plumbing company.
Yeah. Should we name them, or is that too much?
I think we can name them if you're feeling it. If you don't feel, if nothing comes to mind, there's so
have much off the top of me. So I think.
The first word that came to mind was push, but I don't know if we...
If it's not coming to us, it's not meant to be.
Yeah, I love that.
If it's not coming to us, it's not meant to be. And we'll have to move on. And maybe one day, if we invent another plumbing company, it's the same one. So
yeah, I love it.
Yeah. If there's a plumbing company, it's these guys.
Here's the problem. Their name is the plumbing company. They haven't figured out a good name yet. And that's why they're unknown and people haven't really hired them. Also on top of the fact that they've stuck children in pipes by accident. Pipes.
Not
pipes.
Tubes.
Not tubes. Pipes. Also, no ladders. They're just having to like hold onto the walls for dear life as they crawl out, which is why a lot of them haven't made it, because it's like when you try to crawl a slide and you just keep sliding back. There's
and the sweat from the first 5 kids has made it significantly harder.
Yes. Yeah.
Because this is in the height of summer. I do want to be clear. This is the height of summer. And they're just kind of chucking Gatorade bottles down there to hope that it gets to the people who need it.
They start snaking the drain, which is just sending in this like thick cord, and then the children grab onto it and they're slowly pulling the kids out in these clumps.
And that's a game they put on for the teenagers.
You want to
how many kids you catch on your how many you catch on the big rope you put down the pipe?
Oh, you got the Samson triplets. You know what that means. You get the free plumber. Oh, a free plunger, not a free plumber. Whoa, wait. You win an evening with a plumber. Whoa.
Okay.
I love that. Cool. A plumbing company.
So when we keep walking down, who do we see next? Who do we see next in the vendors?
Well, none other than Pankin's Napkins.
And I know who's going to be Pankin's Napkins' neighbor, and I think they're going to have beef. So this is great.
I can't wait. So Pankin's Napkins came out of this need that people spill things, and sometimes you need something to clean it up, but you want something snazzier than a paper towel, maybe something a little more eco-friendly, but also something that just gives you a little pizzazz. So Pankin, who is Nancy Pankin, decided that her life's mission was to get everyone to use napkins because she was sick and tired of going to restaurants, fine establishments like the local fast food place, and getting a paper thin napkin as though that could handle anything. And also, Pankin's Napkins is a proud supporter of people who spill. And the shame that can come with that. People don't really talk about the shame. Pankin's Napkins, I would just like to say she hates Lily Pulitzer. She hates that Lily Pulitzer was like, I spilled juice on myself, so let me make some fun, colorful patterns. No, Nancy Pankin's like, just have a napkin. Yeah. You don't need any of that. Bibs, we feel weird about bibs. She's thought about going into business in the bibs, but the business is a bit bad. I could not stop myself.
Wow.
Whoa. Anyway, yeah. So Nancy's Pankin.
So her name is Nancy Pankin?
Yeah, Pankin is an anagram for napkin. So really, it's napkin. But it's
But is her last name Pankin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Pankin. She's well known for her infamous wool napkin. The napkin that catches everything and keeps you warm. And it's not that they smell, it's that you're gaining seasoning in a napkin, because some people see it as a stain, but she sees it as this opportunity to enhance the culinary experience. So she has a couple of different designs that I would love to brainstorm with you, because I think there's a lot that can be done with a napkin. First off, bold to just be napkin seller. Yes. She does, I guess I forgot to mention, she does have 3 candles she's trying to sell and a bar of soap.
Of course.
Because she knows that's the game. So were they just bought at a big store?
Greeting cards or no?
Ooh, greeting cards?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I feel like they normally have some greeting cards.
I think they have some greeting cards too. Here's also the thing. She's got bangin' napkin rings that I think are made by like a blacksmith. I don't know. Okay, right?
So she's a little edgy. She's a little more edgy than you think. Because I was picturing like some very like knockoff Precious Angels design stuff, but now that I know about the blacksmith ring, she's got more going on. You know?
Yeah, I imagine there's some Ren Fair dash within Nancy Pankin's napkins. But there's also still like this elegance. Like I think Nancy Pankin is trying to find her way. She's starting over at 55. She's decided.
Yeah, like she plays tennis on the weekends. You know.
Yeah. Like she's still just like one of us. But yeah, no. Like she does play tennis on the weekends, but she also knows a blacksmith. Maybe it's a tour de fair. We'll just have to see.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe, but yeah, mostly
just talking Basswood shall reveal.
Oh, well. Which speaking of, she does have a special line for Crispy Fest. So it says Crispy Fest, insert year. Is literally what it says. Unfortunately, she forgot to change it. But then she goes, it's the Eternal Crispy Collection is how she spun it.
Keep it incredible. Eternal. She's taking a sustainable bend on it.
Yes. Yeah. So
they can never say you didn't go.
No. And she's the only napkin store specific, as far as she's concerned, anywhere. Like napkins, only napkins. She does get offended when some people say kerchief. She's like,
let's be honest here.
Come on.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah. Let's come back to the proletariat, okay? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. She's got some fun little designs like that. And she's playing with textiles. It's not, again, the wool napkin, famous, infamous. People had a lot of burns on their faces, from scratching too hard. But great for cleaning your pots. So that's Pankin's napkins.
So I think right next to her is my next one. And I'll be honest, Elaine, I don't have a good name for this, and I need to be better at coming up with the names ahead of time. I did a bad job this week.
You're
so if
good.
you don't have any ideas.
I love giving out names.
Yeah. Next to her is the town's only artisanal ketchup shop.
Oh, wow. They would hate each other.
They would hate each other. And you would think, here's the thing. You would think, well, Nancy is fine with stains, but the thing is the ketchup store sees this as free advertising. They see the ketchup as free advertising. No. Do you know what I mean? And there's something about, Nancy, she's elevating the napkin, but she's also bringing it to the common man. And I think she has a sense of appealing. As we said, bring it back to the proletariat. The kerchief is too much. And the ketchup, the elevation of the ketchup in that way goes against everything she stands for.
Oh, because now we're trying to take something that's for the common man and make it more exclusive.
Exactly. Whereas she's trying to spread something to the rest of the world. So I was playing around with calling it Tepex ketchup, which is awful.
Wait, say that one more time so I can really bask.
I was trying to do an anagram of ketchup, so I came up with ketchup or napcut. Well, as you were saying it, I was coming up with it. So I did pay about 20% attention to the first minute of your rant because I was thinking, what's the name for my... But I'm trying to come up with the right name for this ketchup store. Now, I'm going to be honest, this was inspired by the artisanal olive oil store in my college town because I was like, I was shopping there. But those do exist,
Oh, they do. You get to taste test with vanilla ice cream, which at first you're like, what the fuck? And then you're like, oh my God. They're really fun to walk around.
Now, I'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
But as a 14-year-old, I did not get much out of it.
No,
but I'm thinking... So I'm trying to think of a name. I did come up with a Viva la Ketchup, but that doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Viva la Ketchup does not feel right.
If it's artisan, usually we want to go like French or Italian.
Ketchup. A le ketchup.
Okay, so tomatoes.
Wait, let me
rouge.
get a English to French translator. But yeah, what did you come up with? Rouge?
The rouge bijou. I think that's the red kiss.
Oh, that is incredible. Hold on, I'm gonna
double check bijou. Bisou. I think it's bisou. Bijou. I don't know what the hell that is, but bisou. Kiss in French. Who would have thought we'd be bringing out
Baiser?
Baiser.
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 La rouge baiser.
La bise. Oh, la bise is kiss peck. Hold on.
You'll figure it out.
La bise. Okay, so it could be the rouge la bise.
La macroche. That's it. La macroche.
La macroche.
La macroche. I guess la macroche. As we can see, I have not taken French.
The mac rouge. The mac? Wait, what's the mac?
The red mark. The red mark.
I thought you were saying like mac. You're like,
no.
The mac rouge. The mac rouge. I love that. It's the right amount of stupid by somebody who I'm assuming is, you tell me, is your shopkeeper actually like this like well-classified person? Would you imagine that they are bringing this European flavor of some sort into it? Or are they just this really...
is someone who's definitely been to Europe twice.
Oh, shit.
But not an extended stay, you know?
Like 1 week.
14 days
both
total.
Times. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just went to London.
Yeah, a lot of turtlenecks on this bitch. You know? Like, I like the red mark because when they do the PR statements, they say, because our ketchup, it leaves a mark. And to the napkin woman, this is an affront.
This is literally the worst to Nancy.
Our finest customers actually will previously stain their clothes.
I just imagined, and again, you tell me, but I imagine like there's some taste testing, right? But instead of it being normal ketchup, they have like the droppers, like eyedropper thing, like the the oil dropper. So you get a little thing, and then they
do sell infused ketchups,
blood orange infused ketchup,
and they also host burlesque shows sometimes in the store because they need to pay the bills.
The Moulin Rouge mark.
But like, you have not lived until you've tried the lavender ketchup. It is a sight to behold.
I'm just imagining like it's gonna, like you said, it's like the olive oil store, which it's just like when you go into a froyo shop and there's all the different like vending things you can pull your like froyo from or whatever. Yeah. I imagine it's just like that.
You
but,
make your own ketchup and it's just piles and piles of just ketchup. And then like, can you get anything with it? And they're always out. They're always out of the croutons that they serve with it.
Always.
And it's like, bitch, do you make 2 a day? And now, like, it's a very hard process and we are a small business. So we need you to understand that as we grow, there will be growing pains.
Yeah. How do they feel about like mustard? Do we look down on other condiments or are we all creating a symphony together?
I think they right now are posturing against mustard, but in about 6 to 8 months, they will be opening up a mustard branch.
That checks. Okay. So are they like pretty popular? Are they like new in town? Or is this like where all the fancy people in Clatfartburg love to like, you know how people are like, I'm rich, so I need...
When Le Marchand comes out, you'll never expect it.
Oh my god.
I do not think they're very popular, but I do think they got listed on Atlas Obscura.
Oh, okay.
So that's what's the Airbnb travel is keeping them afloat because this town has a ketchup store, and we want to be clear, like Clatfartburg is not a big tourist location, but it is a place where if you live within 3 to 4 hours of it, it's nice to spend 2 weekends, you know?
Yeah.
So I think they're kept afloat by those. Like Clatfartburg is not a bad place to live. It is the most place to live, as we've said.
Yes.
And if there's any place that's near you, that's the most place on earth you're going to go, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I think, from outer towns do posture to look down on Clatfartburg, but they do kind of like it. They kind of are jealous a little bit. Because you can't say it's not lively.
Oh, for sure. Things are always happening in Clatfartburg. And like Crispy Fest is a big deal, even if people don't get it, you know? Do they have any any like ketchup related to Crispy, or are they just sticking with their own brand?
They would never. They will never make a seasonal well, they do make a Christmas product, but we don't want to talk about the Christmas product. It's bad. But they would never make one for like a week-long festival, even if they think it's a good idea. It's not their brand.
They're not going to sink down to that level just for the sake of marketing.
Never.
La Marque Rouge would. That makes sense. That checks out. Wow. I'm
sure when you clicked on this episode, you really expected a 15-minute talk about the ketchup store. And I feel like this is the best intro to this podcast we could give. It's going to be that. And if you're not into that, we appreciate your time spent.
I feel like Nancy might have a love triangle between her blacksmith and then the forbidden ketchup connoisseur.
I don't know if we need a name for the ketchup store owner.
I don't think. Keep it vague. Keep it vague.
They'll come back one day, I'm sure.
They will. But yeah, so people are spilling on themselves. Boom, get the napkin. But people looking at the napkins with their ketchup-y hands after they've tried some stuff is driving her nuts.
Yes.
Tensions are high at Crispy Fest.
Very high. All right, who's next up for you? This is where our fully formed ideas leave the town.
Welcome to Wicked and Wicked. This is a fortune teller who also sells candles.
Okay.
So Wicked and Wicked, this fortune teller is constantly telling people, because they just read it. And so Wicked and Wicked are spelled the same. I went on a stupid Oxford Dictionary deep dive to make sure I was doing this all correct, by the way. So just throwing that out there, it was a wild mind fucked, but wicked like a candle wick. But something can be wicked also, like wicking moisture. So wicked and wicked are spelled the same, which means people might not always know it's wicked and wicked. They might be going wicked and wicked or wicked and wicked. So a lot of people come up to her and they're like, oh, wicked and wicked, I love it. Or whoever this fortune teller is. I haven't really fleshed them out as a person, but there's a lot of resentment. So this is a very angry shop owner, putting out a lot of bad vibes. And, you know, are they actually a good fortune teller? I don't think so, but I think they I don't know. I haven't really.
Do you think they stole stuff from the conjecture tree last year?
Oh my God. So that they could then say like, look, I knew that, right?
Yeah, they
or like fake, right?
They go
fake,
and
right?
Steal people's entries and stuff.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, that's right. They will go and that is a great idea to keep their spot, like notoriety in the town. They will always sneak in some modern predictions into like the ones they read out of like who had the most accurate predictions from last year.
Yeah. And they've been doing this for years. Like when they first thought of it, I imagine this person's older. I like the idea of like a life well lived on this person.
Yes.
The candles are honestly just a front. The candles have secret objects hidden inside of them. Some they have claimed are crystals. They're not. Some of them are just like little dinosaur toys.
I love that.
They always claim that it's been bathed in a moon light. They don't know what that means, but they were like, it was a full moon and they've been cleansed, as they're just ripping the dollar store.
Well, she does open the moonroof on her Nissan Altima, but she parks in a parking garage.
Yeah.
So,
and then she does put on a wig every time she does Wick and Wicked.
Of course she
and
does.
It's really obviously fake. It's not even, it's like half-assed put on, honestly. Like, it's like if you went to like the saddest birthday performer, this is the fortune teller of Wicked and Wicked. The fortune teller doesn't, she won't let you smell the candles. That's not the point. You have to go in blind. Like, they are in severe containers. Like, you cannot smell them. Because the fortune teller is like that.
And if you do try to go and smell one, she's like, oh, I can't read from you anymore.
So
it's a whole thing.
If you think she hasn't put a fake hex out there or two, you're wrong. Now, has she accidentally scared herself and she's put on a hex and then it happened? Like once, and it was unfortunate. But she covered that up really well, so no one needs to know. As long as nobody buries deep into the ground on these very fairgrounds to unearth something possibly while they were digging, I don't know, pipes for children to play in. she's fine. No worries.
We are all good.
We're all good. But yeah, mostly she's just an angry fortune teller that doesn't really do fortunes. But people kind of like that she's abrasive. Like, they kind of come for it, and they like.
There's something nice about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's not the fortune teller that'll try to spin everything into being nice. Like, no, your relationship's not over. It's just showing this obstacle that could happen. Really, you just need to communicate with each other. She'll be like, "You are fucked."
You didn't know you had that voice in you. Wow.
I have never done
Granny
that.
Third Eye came out.
Oh my god. Wow. Sorry, that was like an exorcism. I can't even do it again. I can't do it immediately after. I don't know if it'll ever come again.
And her character ends here.
And that's it.
I love her. I love the chaos she brings to this town. My next thing is I mean, this is kind of tied into another event that I thought would kind of happen. I got very enamored with the concept of the annual Crispy Fest being posted to a local, like a tri-state area Facebook group for fried food trucks.
Yes.
Because they thought, oh my God, a Crispy Fest, a fried food festival, we got to get in there. We got to show it. So a lot of out-of-towners came. So one of the big problems is the fried food truck. I'm going to come up with a name for this.
Is it like a specific kind of fried food?
Sorry, I thought of a name and it's really awful. And you can veto this name. I thought, what if there's a truck called the Bitch Fuck Fish Truck?
It's staying, and I'm getting it as a tattoo. That's
well, you know, because some of them, they go really gnarly. They go like, Hog Rider.
Yeah.
When it's like, all of it sounds like an illicit sex act. You know what I mean?
Gator teats. Yeah.
Gator teats, big and busty.
And they sell donuts. You know?
Like, Gator teats, big and busty ribs is another one there.
That is also there now, officially. It's a weird group of the fried truck people.
But the Bitch Fuck Fish Truck is the one that had a lot of issues. Not because of the profanity. They weren't happy about the profanity, but that's fine. But there's a big rule that out of respect for Crispy, no fish is to be eaten at the Crispy Fest.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a big issue because they did not get the memo. They thought this was a big frozen food competition. A lot of them ended up signing up for the crispy carving competition because they thought it was like, oh, the best carve of meat for fit. And there's the problem because it is not that. So you get a lot of guys in there who have never held a little wood thing in their life, and they're not going to drop out because it's got like an $8 registration fee. And that's not nothing, you know?
Are they just like caking raw meat onto like wood stumps and they're creating meat sculptures to fight this?
Maybe they are, but I also think maybe they're just going to try and get it done, you know?
Yeah.
Mr. Bitch of the Bitch Fuck Fish Truck does not mess around.
Bitch. He's like, don't.
That is my last name.
My mother's name was Bitch and my father's name was Fuck. The bitches came from Canada and the fucks, it originally was Fook, but my family had to change their name when they came to America, and now it's Fuck. So if you say Bitch Fuck Fish Trucks can't come here, you are saying that my name is not legal.
Yeah.
And that's wrong.
And he is lying, to be clear. But, you know, he does put in a great effort. So yeah, I think there's a big, I'm really into Gator Teeth's big and busty ribs. I'm going to think about that a lot.
I hope you don't have to think about it a lot.
It's really funny to me. I think it's good. I like it.
He's big and busty.
So sue me. Okay, so that's just a side thing that's going on. There's a lot of fried food guys, and it's causing, I think, a hubbub.
They're having to secretly sell the fish.
I will say, Nancy Pankin's getting some good business now, though.
Oh yeah, we got some greasy hands on her.
Gator Teats ran out of napkins on the way over, didn't they?
And so she was specially called.
Nancy Pankin stole the napkin containers.
She's like, there's gonna be a run on napkins. You're gonna have to fucking come here and buy some napkins. Mm-hmm. Come here, get my crispy napkins.
She said, I'll drop them down this tunnel. What's the worst that could happen?
Honestly, what if the trucks think they're like, oh, a trash chute? That's great. Let me dump some bones. Let me dump some bones down these pipes.
What a fascinating system these town have. These urban planners are really doing something unique over here. They're like posting on Twitter. In the town of Clatfartburg, they got these fascinating trash chutes in the middle of the field at this park.
So you're a child that's been lost for 10 minutes, which feels like eternity, and you suddenly just see bones dropping and flying towards you. And you're like, what is going on? Oh my god, wow.
I mean, I feel like that's basically my last one. The next one was bad.
I do have the water stand that is sponsored by the Clatfartburg Water Department. However, they wanted their whole thing this summer to promote water drinking because people aren't drinking their water as much, and they want to make sure, you know, people can be healthy as much as they're like, look how good our water is. You can do so many different things with it. And so they've come up with these different, I guess, mocktails, you could say. So one of them, they call it like the Rusty Tonic. Like it's just this water, but they put some little like red dye in it or something. And then there's the Flat Sprite, which is just flat Sprite, but it looks like water. And then there's like a spicy lemonade, like they've had some cayenne pepper. The problem is they don't have these names listed out. So people are walking by the water department. Their phrase is, Clatfartburg water, as clean as it gets. But then you look down and you see all these foggy, rusty colored cups of water that they are so it says as clean as it gets, Clatfartburg, and you look down and it's all these shitty cups of water.
The Water Quality Commission does great work at Clatfartburg. That's the sad part. It's like genuinely they do a great job.
It's just the wrong people were in charge of it, and they meant well, but like, you know, this isn't their thing. They're not the ideas people, they're the doers, and they're really good at that.
When the Rusty Tonic got dropped down the trash chute, that was a scary day.
It was a real bummer. You could hear random screams. These children are coming out and they're like, they've got like rust dyed on their faces.
Horrific traumatic experience for these children.
You know, there's going to be like,
look, we knew coming to this episode, we knew something had to go wrong at this event. I think we've done many things wrong. Yeah. Many things have gone wrong already. I do want to give a shout out. I do think there's a Boy Scout troop that's selling something, or our Cub Scout troop, whatever the Scouts. I mean, the Crispy Crew or whatever. I was thinking about them selling rudimentary wood carvings, which maybe some people are buying them and trying to sneak them in. So maybe that's a thing.
That's cute.
But I do think they're raising money for a little castle to go near the duck pond in the park for the ducks to hang out in. So that's a side note. I think and I don't think anything goes wrong there. I think they're just having a nice time, and they release like about 20%.
And you know what? Some of those kids are bummed they didn't get to go in the pipes, but later they're going to be very thankful that they had to stay at the table.
Actually, no, because if you're an 8-year-old, the fact that you didn't go in the pipes, you're going to feel like an idiot for it.
Oh,
because all these other kids are cool. Because they're like, do you remember those I Survive books? I survived the Clatfartburg Plumbing Company pipe incident.
No, but you know what this means, though? The scouts who didn't go are going to feel like nerds. And they have friends on the outside who are like, you have to fucking do it. So at night tonight, they're going to go in there by themselves after these pipes have been wrecked, and then they're going to leave and no one's going to know for a bit where they are or whatever will happen. So that's the pipes are now infamous.
Side note, they're an urban legend, and they also get added to Atlas Obscura. Clatfartburg has 9,000 locations in Atlas Obscura. It's the most populated part of that website.
I love that.
If you actually go to fartlessobscura.com, it takes you right to the Clatfartburg. It's something. It's not a good joke.
I also had crispy merch vendor. You know, and I feel like we have like fish hats. You know, little hats that look like fish. You can get a blank plaque, engrave it, and then like either color your own fish or put whatever you want on the plaque. So it'll be like, you know, Crispy Fest, you know, whatever, 25th anniversary, whatever this is. And then you can like plaque whatever you want. But the whole, you know, we have the plaque element of like this talking bass. You know, there might even be a Build-A-Bear element where you can taxidermy your own. And you have to make a delicious stuff. And then put on the plaque and you can when I loved you forever. Then there's your pet lizard. Forever. And you can make it talk if you want. And so sometimes it can come out and be like, well, that's a crazy day to be a lizard. And then he goes back.
Wait, so you're taxidermying your old animals? Is that what's happening?
You can. Well, they have to be within a certain weight limit.
Of course. Oh, I'm so sorry for being so silly.
It costs a lot of money.
We were laughing so hard, I think I caught about 30% of what you were saying.
I lost my fucking mind.
So there's options between basses and lizards that you can taxidermy and put on the plaque? So you can
bring your own vessel, so to speak. And so there is like a weight limit, a size limit, because it has to fit on the plaque. But, you know, if you had a lizard... yeah. We won't only mount your family, we'll mount your mom. What the crappy teenagers said before they were bullied into going into the pipes. And they got what was coming to them. But separate from whatever the fuck just happened there. Yeah, so you can plaque whatever you want. It's a good time to go placking at the good old Crispy merch store. I just don't imagine them having good merch.
I can't imagine it's very well done because it's
like it got rained on or something.
The wind would ruin this. So, are they stuffed animals or are they real things? I just want to clarify real quick.
Mm-hmm. I think they're real. They died ethically.
Okay, and moving on. We're not going to get into the ethical considerations of the plaque booth. That's Clatfartburg's problem. It's not our fault, okay?
Exactly.
Get mad at them about it, not us.
Yeah, we're innocent. We just created pipes.
Yeah, I don't think they'd have good merch either. It's just like a PNG of Crispy.
Yeah.
Actually, I was about to say that would be bad, but if it was just PNG of Crispy saying the year, I actually would like that. That's actually kind of fun.
That would be fun. You know what? Different graphic designers each year try to do their own rendering, and people hate it. They just hate it every year because no one could ever live up to it. They just want what's
on the billboard.
Yeah, the billboard was the classic, and they just keep trying to, like, jazz them up in different ways, and they're like, we don't like this Crispy, so no one actually ends up buying it, really. Yeah. It's more just to be there for the sake of being there. Now, a t-shirt is $39.99 to be clear. It's a Gideon t-shirt, but it's cut art on it.
Gideon Gildan?
Uh-huh.
Look, it may be a comedy role-playing podcast, but we do need to have some hold on reality. And I do need you to get the brand of t-shirt correct.
My bad. Isn't there a Gideon one? Am I making this up?
No.
Gideon? Why? Oh, wow. My whole life is ruined. No, Gideon's portrait wall. Oh, well, fuck me. Whatever. The disaster that falls upon this festival, alas, things will not go right. Now, Felicia, you've mentioned a couple times, one big breeze could really fuck up a lot of shit. Yeah. So let's say, what if a helicopter landing happens? They're trying to bring really cool. They're like, we did something really cool and we're going to bring out something sick. And so the big thing is they've got this helicopter and it's going to come down. But as we all know, when helicopters land, there's a fucking ton of wind.
Right. And do we think this is local news trying to get an aerial shot of the event?
Yes.
And read it out, this copter. Yes. And coming in on the news, we have our two local news anchors on there coming down from the sky.
with a 10-foot rendering of Crispy. He's just floating. He's just floating down.
And he's getting like...
It's really dangerous. No one thought it through.
By the blades. Yeah. They were like, and we release Crispy in the air, and he gets absolutely shredded by the helicopter blades. And
these children, it's just falling bits of Crispy. And it's interesting. So that snafu happens, right?
So they have to take an emergency landing in the field.
So even though they're a little bit away, there's still enough wind and crispy bits that I think we can have a domino effect of events start happening.
I believe in this, yes.
So we just got to figure out what's the thread throughout everything. So things we've brought up, the crispy conjecture, cuckoo, chromium, platinum, basswood tree that has the fortunes or the predictions on it, but someone's been getting them right a lot. And also we know our fortune teller from Wicked and Wicked has been stealing some of these.
Right. And she also plants them. She does a lot with the fortunes. And
she does a lot.
They keep the box of last year's fortunes so you can pick up your old ones. And I think maybe that's what needs to...
Yeah. So if that box were to say fly open, because I imagine it's actually this weird, very intense... someone who cares too much about their job kind of thing.
Yes.
Where someone's like, no one can open the tub without the code. But somebody didn't close it all the way. And so let's say this gust of wind happens. Here comes all of last year's things coming out. Because again, like we were saying, some people are going to take it seriously and cute. Other people are going to be like, fuck Janice or whatever, you know, but your name is on it. So you can have it the next year. So you've been damned, right? So we almost have like a Mean Girls burn book moment.
And I think Nancy Pankins, she's seeing these pieces of paper float through the air, and she just is like, where all these fucking napkins come from?
I thought I got rid of all the paper napkins.
I got rid of all the paper napkins.
She sees a dad who has just had a baby throw up on him. He's like, oh gosh, because it's so stressful. He picks up a bit of crispy and starts wiping his shirt, and she just goes, no!
Yeah.
Not like that. It's her worst nightmare.
So I think maybe this fans some emotions in her about the what is it? Me forgetting the name of my own goddamn ketchup artisanal.
Le Marque Rouge.
Le Marque Rouge. This fans some emotions in her about Le Marque Rouge, and she thinks the pretentious owner may have somehow planned for this to go down because she got a fortune earlier in the day from the fortune teller saying someone is planning for your downfall.
Oh my God.
And the fortune teller was just stirring up shit.
Yeah.
So
just
she
like
knows,
choosing one of her three bits.
It's that bitch in the crossover apron, the denim apron, that bitch. And she marches over and she takes all the ketchup and says, you know what I think? You know what I think of this ketchup? She takes it and she squirts it down the trash chute, which is, as we know, the pipes.
Meanwhile, the children in the pipes are hearing screaming from the top, right? Because people are like, oh, because I imagine there's a kerfuffle when crispy kind of explodes a bit. Like, I don't imagine it's like happening right over the festival, but it's enough.
There is some genuine fights happening as these pieces of paper with the information about everybody's predictions is coming out, you know?
Yeah. I hope my wife leaves me is a bummer to land in your hand when you're the wife.
Exactly.
I hope I have another child, so I actually have one child I like. These are wild things to put on a wish tree, but people use it as therapy. I don't know how many therapists are in Clatfartburg.
Not enough.
Not enough. They have more plumbers than therapists.
But yeah, so as we know, they're screaming, and then a lot of ketchup gets squeezed down the tube, which is understandably this is a little dark, but guys, it's going to be fine. They're going to get out in a minute.
They'll be fine.
Yeah. The bones earlier and this. Now, one of the kids is like, why is this lavender infused? That's crazy. Like, a few of the kids know this is ketchup, and they're like, why is it so tomatoey? Like, I don't think they're that fooled, but it is insane. So those dominoes have kind of fallen together. I'm trying to think, how did the food trucks get involved in this?
So the food trucks, meanwhile,
and we have the news, and the kids need to get out of the tube. That's what needs to happen.
So I think we can use the woodworking section here to help us. So we've got the fried people who have been fooled into carving wood, right? And all the wood carvers, by the way, they're so in the zone. They've got their they don't even notice this is protection, whatever. But the food people don't have any protection because they just have their plastic gloves on, and they're just trying to they've been faking it till they make it. So they witness all of this stuff. So I imagine we have a lot of tools near us. Maybe maybe a truck gets hit. Like maybe something flies out and it dents the truck, and they see it from across the way and they lose their minds.
You know what it is? It's Nancy Pankin throwing one of these empty bottles with such a strong arm that she got from axe throwing where she met the blacksmith. and yes! The side of the truck.
Right in the middle of where it says fuck. So now it looks like he censored his truck, the big fuck bitch truck, whatever.
The bitch fuck fish truck. Yeah. It's the
bitch fuck fish truck. So now it looks stupid and censored, which is not, and he's furious also because obviously it's a hole in his truck, but the integrity and the art, it took him so long to put that decal on. So he throws his meat statue to the side and he starts sprinting, right? Go ahead.
I think as this is happening, there's a teen who is working to try and pull the kids out of the pole by doing the big pull.
Because his summer job is working the climbing wall at the YMCA or whatever.
And maybe Mr. Bitch, Mr. Fuck? Was it Mr.? I don't know. I don't like
it
that
was
his
Mr.
name is
Bitch.
Fuck. I don't want this guy to be a reoccurring character. He's never coming back. I want to be clear. He's here for one day. He's an out-of-towner.
Just call him Mr. Guy.
Mr. Guy, he gets his, maybe, I don't know if I'm sold on this. He gets his leg stuck on the rope. Like it loops around him somehow. And in the blind rage he's in, he sprints so hard that he pulls all the kids out.
Oh, I like that. Oh, because okay,
I don't know if I like it, but that's my thought.
But what if the rope was originally tied to a food truck? Like this, and this teen just grabs this rope without fully thinking of the source. So he's trying to pull these kids out. Mr. Guy gets so pissed, he hops in his truck. He starts driving away. So then the kids get pulled out, but then he can only get so far because like his truck got busted or whatever, and also there's still like probably active cooking stuff happens, but he's like, why am I stuck? I'm so pissed. This wasn't even a fried food festival. This is so stupid. I didn't even get to fully talk to my hero, Nancy Pankin. I love her napkins, but I have to keep it a secret, you know? And he's just so mad. But then he moves his truck. He's not like going 80 and these children are like getting severely hurt, but like it's enough to like break through whatever the clog was, and then all the children come out because they've really bonded in there. So they all linked up.
And the teen is going to be taking credit. He said, "Yeah, pull him out with my bare hands."
Oh yeah, no, and then the news reporters come in to interview him.
Exactly, the news reporters come in to interview him, and we can introduce the news reporters because they will be reoccurring characters because someone needs to be our guide through this world.
Yes.
So we do have Genevieve Bargello, who has recently come to Clatfartburg because she was fired from the big city. She was the home and garden correspondent. And she said she knit a sweater that she really bought from Zara. And it was such an outrage, she got fired. So now she's stuck in Clatfartburg. And she does believe she's a puppet. But this is her first Crispy Fest.
Yeah. Eileen Wurst is somebody who has lived in Clatfartburg her entire life. And she has been fascinated by the news. At Clatfartburg, you can imagine they didn't have like a big like news like school thing going on, so she really only had to work with the yearbook. There was a typo that ruined her life, and she's just trying to move on from that moment on the yearbook committee. But she's really enthusiastic about the news. Is she good at it? Retrospectively, in the pool of Clatfartburg,
yes,
probably medium. Okay. Because now we've had Genevieve join, who is more seasoned.
Yeah.
Eileen is not. She also, news reporters are really good at like kind of, they can both provide the emotion needed in an interview and stuff and reporting news, but there is like that professional separation where it's not as like, hi, I am your personality, and now I'm like, let's just giggle and chat about traffic. You know, like it's like you're the spokesperson of what's going on. You know, like there's that profession. She's not polished.
No.
And I don't imagine Eileen and Genevieve really click.
No, they're not close.
Yeah, because it's weird because Genevieve is new to Clatfartburg. Eileen has lived in Clatfartburg her whole life. So in a way, Eileen feels like she has a leg up on Genevieve. Which I guess in some ways she does, but really Genevieve is her senior who is very good at the craft, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of potential angst and clashing.
Between the two. Yeah. And Eileen does bring up that she was the home and gardens person a lot. It's like, well, you didn't do real news.
They also always get put on assignments together, even though really you just need one reporter.
No, well, they have two anchors. And the thing is, the problem is the town is so enamored by their dynamic. They say those two girls are so sweet on TV. I love it when they talk. So the network has been forced to make this happen. It's actually in Eileen's contrast that she has to go to every event, but they've realized how integral as Genevieve is to making anything make sense. So that's why they all go together.
Yes.
That's what's happened.
Dire needs.
So yeah, they've arrived, and they're just going to be doing interviews with the people around the town.
I love that. Yeah, so they're getting all their like little scoops of because they come. Honestly, this is very exciting for them because
yes,
this is like actual news to talk about because multiple things have happened.
Yeah. And they're watching all of these things. They're like, it's going to be the Crispy Fest. There's going to be nothing, and they're coming down this thing. They release Crispy for the audience, immediately torn up, and then they watch this horrible chain of events happen like while they're landing. Horrific chain of events.
Horrific from an aerial view, you know. So they at least gives them something to talk about for a hot second there. And Crispy Fest. So the wishing tree, a lot of those, I feel like maybe not a ton stayed on the tree. Crispy's conjecture, basswood. But I think some still stay. And so, I think I honestly, I don't know if we put a clean bow on this. I think we've left our town feeling a little exposed
I think so. We've exposed some secrets.
Yeah, and because not everyone has written horrible things, but of the people who've written horrible things, there's some tensions rising. We now also know some local businesses are not with it, and that we might have an issue with a plumbing company.
Exactly. I think this gives a great place for all the future drama to start.
Yes. So I really hope that provided everyone a tone for what this town is like.
Exactly.
And there's so many plays we can go to, my friends. So many places, so many strange joys and turns. I think I got lost in the pipe just now.
I did I feel like I'm surfacing up from the pipe.
I'm coming back.
And this is dangerously close to the narrative of our last podcast. I think we need to just cut. We don't live underground. I want to be very clear. We do not live underground.
This is me figuratively in this space.
On the surface.
We're on the surface. We're in our treehouse now.
So yeah, I think that's where we leave Clatfartburg today. The chaos, the drama, it's here.
Long live Crispy.
Long live Crispy. If you want to get excited for the next episodes of Clatfartburg, it will be out the Wednesday after next. So we're posting every 2 weeks. So every other Wednesday will be a new episode from Clatfartburg. If you want to follow us, you can do so on TikTok and Instagram at Clatfartburg. We get a new thing to plug. This is so fun. And if you wanna go and support us, you can go to clatfartburg.com. That'll take you to our Buy Me a Coffee page where we have a little membership for people, but you can also get old stuff we've done a la carte. We do a lot of commentary tracks because we love them. We love doing it. But we have a little membership on there where we do bonus episodes and commentary tracks. I don't know what our bonus content is going to be this month. We're going to figure it out.
We're going to figure it out.
We're in uncharted space.
And we also have a lot of ideas on how we can use Buy Me a Coffee to have a lot of cool interaction with y'all that you can kind of help with the story building and the lore.
Exactly.
So we'll be cranking that out and keeping you posted when that happens, but fun things to come. Very fun things to come.
Definitely. Oh my God, we don't have a sign off. We don't even have a sign off.
Well, there's the bus. Gotta go. Bye.
No. We're doing it. No. Let's do this. Each week we're gonna pitch an outro phrase because it's nice to have one. It feels nice to have one.
It's nice. Stay classy with your favorite Bassie.
I love it. See you guys in 2 weeks. Stay classy with your favorite Bassie. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.